Pycharm is one of the best ideas out there to actually write codes for Python files. So today we are going to download Pycharm from Google. So they have their official website called as JetBrains. So JetBrains is the one that is providing Python IDE, that is Pycharm. So we can here download the community version for PyCharm, because community version is free for everyone, and if we have professional, probably we need to pay for this. So after 30-day trial, you can see that we will be charged. However, community version, as for other softwares, for this also it is completely free. So let's go forward and download this. So once the download is completed, we can start installing the same into our system. Now that PyCharm has got downloaded, we can simply double click on this so that the exe file will open. Firstly, it is going to ask you for the permission to make changes to your device. Once it does, you can simply click on yes. And now that you can see that pop-up has come to ask you about the installation of PyCharm into your system. Click on next, and again you can just leave it as it is. I'm going to leave it as it is, but you want to install your PyCharm into any specific folder, you can very well choose it from your browse options. For now, I'm just going to click on next, and I do not want to add any specific details here, so I'm going to leave it as it is and simply go to next, and then click on install. Now you can enable this Run PyCharm Community Edition, so that once I click on finish, the app will also open up. So that now you can see PyCharm has opened up. I'm just going to confirm and accept the terms and conditions. I'm going to say don't send. Yeah. So now this is the very first window that you're going to get once your PyCharm has got installed into your system. So in projects, if you want to customize your themes, etc., you can go here and use it. But however, I'm only going to start creating a new project. Now, once you click on new project, it is going to ask you about the project name. So I'm going to keep it like Python demo. So that is going to be my project name. And with respect to the virtual environment, so what is a virtual environment? So in the previous session, we had installed Selenium through pip install Selenium, and it was going into the site packages folder. So let's quickly see where it went. See users, username, app data, local, programs, Python 3.11, and here we saw that inside lib we have a folder called site packages, and all the installed external modules or dependencies will get installed and be present in this path. So this is the global environment that you create for any Python project. But say you want one project which has a separate set of dependencies, very well defined, which means it is not going to get populated clumsily into this entire folder. Rather, it will have a lib site package of its own. So that is a virtual environment that you're going to create specific for your project. So I personally suggest you create a virtual environment for your project so that you know what dependencies you are using in your project. Alright, so I am going to say create a new environment. However, we will be choosing the base interpreter as the same Python exe that we have in the version folder. So which is nothing but Python, and it will be labeled as application under type. Okay. So this is the python.exe, which is nothing but the base interpreter through which we ran the basic Python codes in our previous sessions. And now, so I'm just going to click on create. So as soon as it is getting created, you can see that a virtual environment is also getting created for you. Let's go to the path where this Python projects are getting created. As you can see, this is the PyCharm projects folder which is present within your username folder. Let me open this, and the project that we had created is Python demo, and within this you'll be able to see two set of files. One is the main.py, which is a basic demo kind of a Python file which comes handy as soon as you create a new project using Pycharm. And this venv is nothing but the virtual environment that we just selected while creating our new project. Alright. So now, if you want to check if your PyCharm is working fine or not, this is a main.py file that just got created while creating the project through PyCharm. Okay, you can simply click on run, and you will be able to see that this particular string is getting printed, which is nothing but hi PyCharm. Alright. So now we were speaking about the virtual environment, right? So within the virtual environment folder, which is nothing but the venv, you will be able to see a lib and scripts folder. So scripts folder is nothing but we spoke. It had the pip application, right? Pip is nothing but the one that is your Python package manager or installer. So without which you won't be able to install or download or install any packages into your Python environment. So we have created a virtual environment specific to this project alone, which is nothing but the Python demo project. So here we will have one scripts folder dedicated to this project itself and a lib folder as well. So within a lib folder, you will also be able to find a package or a folder called site package similar to the one that was present in the Python version folder. So whichever is present in the Python version folder is your universal or global environment, which is present within your project's virtual environment, is only specific to your project, and this won't be available to other projects. Alright. So now let me see if Selenium is installed. So as you can see, Selenium is not present as one of the dependencies or one of the folders under your site packages. So to make Selenium available into your virtual environment, you need to specifically install it into your venv or the virtual environment of your project. To do so, we need to go to the top right corner. You'll be able to see IDE and project settings. Click on this and then go to settings again, and now scroll down to see this project Python demo. Open this and you'll be able to see this Python interpreter. You can either navigate here and then open this. If not, you can simply type in the search bar. Okay, so automatically it will take you here, and here on the right side you will be able to see what are the packages or modules or dependencies that is already present as part of your project, this project alone. So this will not bring up all the dependencies that are present here because we are using a virtual environment. To install a particular package like Selenium, so you can simply click on the plus symbol that is present here. Okay, plus, and then type in Selenium, and now you'll be able to see Selenium has come up as the very first dependency here. And if you want to download a very specific version, you can enable this specify version box, and then you can change the version. So all the present version or all the available versions will be present in this drop down, but since I want the latest version, I can either disable this or I can select and then select my specific version. Okay, so I'm just going to click on install package now. So I've selected Selenium, I've selected the version, and now simply click on install package. And here you will be able to see that Selenium is getting installed, and in the bracket it will be appearing as installing. So now you can see that package Selenium installed successfully. And as this has got installed now, you will be able to see Selenium also present within your site package of the virtual environment of this particular project. So that is how we install PyCharm and create a virtual environment, and also download and install the external modules that is required for your particular project into that project's virtual environment. Alright, now quickly creating a new file here, you can simply hover over the project folder, right click, hover on new, and now scroll down and select Python file. Now I am simply going to say demo, and just hitting enter. And as you can see, it is a demo.py file that has just got created. To check if it is working fine, simply click on print double quotes hello world. Python takes both single and double quotes for a string. We will discuss more on that in the coming sessions. But for now, simply to check if every setup is right or not, as always, we are going to print a hello world string. So now when I run this, let me run this and show you. It is only printing hi Pycharm again. Why is the case? It is because in this drop down, main.py is still selected, but we need to change the control from main.py into demo.py. So to do so, you need to drop that drop down box and then select current file. Now simply run demo.py and now hello world has got printed. Thus, the Pycharm installation is successful and we have set up our virtual environment also for our very first project.